Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Doon Kennedy Hobart Aquatic Centre as we go into the last of our semi-final battles here today. We have another fantastic match coming to you. If you missed out on the last one, jump back on the stream channel after this game is finished, of course, and check it out. The Turkey-Colombia game, an absolute nail-biter, going 2-0 to Turkey. So we find ourselves now in the second semi-final here with the winner of this game going into the grand final tomorrow against Turkey. And we have an NZ versus France battle here. And it's a big allez, allez, allez to Thomas de Trebon from France. As I flick his microphone on for him.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Ok, donc bonjour à tous. Nous voilà retrouvés pour une demi-finale. Donc la demi-finale, vous le savez bien, c'est ce qu'on appelle un match coup près. So it means you win, or you lose, or you cry and you laugh. So let's see what's gonna be.
And we have the commentary coming to you in 3 languages here today. We've got myself in English, Thomas doing it in French, and then on my right, Nick Houston, the number 5 from the NZ under-23 men's team, doing it in New Zealand.
Hey guys, how we going? Looking forward to a great match coming up. Unfortunately, I can't be in the pool, so thought the next best thing, jump on the commentary team, join these lovely lads and watch some good hockey.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us, Nick. Obviously, you'll give us a great insight into what's going on, and obviously not too much, as Matt Hart and his dad bod might get shaken around a bit too much if you start giving us too many tips, because I have no doubt the Turkish will be reviewing this game later on today. Interesting choice and possibly controversial. Matt deciding to go sans rash vest in there tonight. Is the dad bod just keeping him warm enough, or...?
No, I think he's good. He knows what he needs to do. He's got his little traditions and all that to keep alive, so I don't think the rash vest matters that much. But
Thomas, it's great to have you back in Hobart. Obviously, you were here in 2000. The facility, is it how you remember?
Yeah, it's even better than I remember, and I think the quality of the water is better than in 2000.
Yeah, we've put a lot of work in here as we've got 18 seconds left on the clock as we count down to the first swim-off here in the second of our under-23 men's semi-final at the 4th World Age Group Underwater Hockey Championships as we get ready to get away for what is going to be a fantastic game of hockey. Nick, I'm expecting some fast swimming from the Kiwis here off the strike.
Oh, you know it. That's what we pride ourselves on, being quick. And let's see what happens on this first strike. Oh, there we go.
So for those of you at home looking at the teams out there on the pool deck, we've got NZ in the white and the French in the black. NZ wearing their light blue bathers, which we were chatting about earlier, Nick. A little bit too light, maybe?
No, they're pretty good. I like them. But hold on, as we have once we find a camera angle.
Yeah, we're having a few switching issues here on the desk. Apologies for that as we work our way through the minor function of changing from 2 courts down to 1 as we try to maximise the vision here in the court. Thomas, the French taking an early push up to the corner here.
Oui, donc nous voyons les Français qui ont bien entamé le match. Je crois que c'est les Néo-Zélandais qui ont pris le palais en premier. Mais là, il semblerait qu'il y ait... Et pas but. Une grosse pression des Français. Les Français ont mis une grosse... Non, c'est...
Yes, as we see Chris Pan's Vero there signalling a gloving infringement against the French as she pushes them back. Vero probably being selected for this game as a referee given her senior status and also her crisp hand gestures, not to mention the fact that she speaks French, which I'm guessing comes in handy in this game, Thomas.
Tout à fait. Donc une arbitre est canadienne, elle parle français couramment, donc on ne peut pas dire des bêtises quand on est avec elle. Mais de toute façon, les Français sont habitués à ne rien dire et à respecter l'arbitre, du moins nous l'espérons tous.
And my apologies, we've lost the feed to the game clock here at the moment. That comes direct from the bench. So there's just a few technical issues there as Rob Feist plays around with the clock as the Kiwis put a big drive in here, Nick.
Yeah, looking at them, they absorbed the pressure really well, countering a really good French attack, and they pushed all the way up the pool, but unfortunately infringed, and now they'll have a reset. Let's see how the French turn around and what they bring back to the table.
And it's a fierce contest of the dad bods in there, Thomas, with Luke up against Matt Hart. Obviously, they would have played together against each other as elite players and maybe together in some Barbarians at some stage. Do you think the shape of the coach's body has any impact on the game?
Bien sûr, Nick, la taille de l'arbitre, la taille du coach est importante, mais c'est surtout ce qu'il a dans la tête. It's what he's got in his head was very important, Nick.
Stuart Parkinson, he'll disagree with you on that. He's all about beards and dad bods is where the good coaches come from, as we see the French wrestling the puck back there. Both teams playing quite straight and into each other as the Kiwis get one off the wall but unable to spread it wide there, Nick. Is that going to be the approach in here, you think? They're going to try and get those fast guys swimming hard?
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine they just play what's in front of them. You know, every team has their strategies and what they like to do. But again, it's semi-finals hockey. They'll have a look at what's been presented, what the French are doing, and I'm sure the French will be doing the same as well. And they'll think, you know, what can we do? How can we break that defence? And at the moment, it just seems to be a bit of a bash fest up the wall.
Yeah, it's definitely straight to and fro into each other there, Thomas. The French, what do you think the tactic will be here against this Kiwi team?
I've got no idea. The French are playing the French way. So... Non, ce qu'on peut dire aujourd'hui, c'est que le match est quand même relativement équilibré. On pousse d'un côté, on revient de l'autre côté. Le jeu semble très propre. Hein? Very clean game. So that's good news. Good news for the French. Donc c'est une bonne nouvelle pour les Français. Ils respectent bien les consignes de ne pas faire de faute. On voit un match très équilibré et qui devrait être assez plaisant.
Crisp hand Vero there, demonstrating some theatrical, artistic power with her crisp hand signals. Andrew Gaskell asking who's sitting out. So Daniel Kemp, the number 4, and Nick Houston, who we had a bit of a discussion earlier, Nick, about the leading goal scorer thing. Obviously, they accidentally gave a couple of your goals to Nick Healy, confusing your body shape with his, naturally. Those are the 2 players sitting out there. For the French, we have Vincent Idrossiv and Antoine Dimet.
Tout à fait.
Yeah, tout à fait, says Thomas, as we see the play bottled up here in the Kiwi defensive corner, Thomas.
Oui, donc encore une fois, cette fois donc une grosse pression des Français. Une grosse pression, mais qui ne se concrétise pas et que quand... alors, excusez-moi mon français, I'm talking very bad French now. Une grosse pression qui doit être concrétiser sans faire de faute. Et là, on est en possesseur du palais. Quand on est en attaque, on ne doit pas faire de faute. Et là, les Français font... Ah non, c'est les Néo-Zélandais qui font une faute. Donc, tant mieux pour nous. Donc, nous allons voir ce qu'ils vont faire.
Looks like that ref call was just overturned. Another ref obviously playing advantage. And that is a gloving, I believe, against New Zealand. Let's see how they absorb the French pressure coming in. And... looks like they've been pushed through, and it looks like the goals on the
absorbed too much.
That looked like it went in the bun there, but it hasn't been seen. But referee Fabio Kilpatrick is in a perfect position there, and he's got flowing locks hanging out the back of his hat as he's keeping a very close eye on that. It looks like there's a signal advantage being signalled, gloving.
So that is
it's a goal from all referees there. Robbie a bit lazy, the flat hands. Vero getting the nice pointed fingers. No messing up what that signal is, and that's an early goal to the French there, Thomas, and putting them in front 1-0.
Donc on a bien vu, donc les Français ont mis une grosse pression, je pense même qu'ils l'ont mis 2 fois, le ballon on a l'impression qu'il est rentré 2 fois, une grosse pression, ils sont allés au fond, les Néo-Zélandais sont remontés, trop tard, bonne pression des Français qui se concrétise par un but. Donc temps mort demandé je suppose par la Nouvelle-Zélande, il va falloir qu'ils redémarrent leur jeu et qu'ils se remettent à jouer.
Yeah, and Matt Hart there, just taking a moment to get his boys together and have a quick chat about them. And looks like a lot of strong gesticulating. From me, it says, go that way and then go that way. I got out of that pointing, Thomas. So words of wisdom there from Matt Hart. I noticed there, Nick, that the number 8 from the Kiwi team, Ben Richards there, wearing a black armband there. Can you give us an insight into what's happened there?
Yeah, sure. Without too much detail, member of his family passed away a few weeks ago before the tournament, so so he's honouring that family member by wearing that black band, and that's why the game, I can't remember which game it was, our whole team wore that just as a sign of respect and appreciation for him, to show him that, you know, we've got his back in his time of need.
Yeah, that's a great show of companionship, and the sport of underwater hockey obviously coming together as a family, especially in New Zealand with so much junior competition and such a great community of hockey. And our thoughts go out to everyone involved in that as we get underway here at the end of this timeout. Thomas, the French 1-0 up in the early stages of this semi-final event.
Ok, donc on a vu les Français qui avaient réussi à mettre une bonne pression. Est-ce qu'ils vont être capables de refaire la même chose? Le match semble bien équilibré, toujours pas de faute, mais il semble que les Français aient du mal à descendre. S'ils laissent descendre que les Néo-Zélandais, on va avoir du mal à jouer.
Yeah, we've certainly seen the French team building a fair bit of momentum this tournament. If we look back into the round robin, game 193, the NZ team got up 5-1 over the French there. So they've obviously come a long way as they go 1 goal front early here, Nick.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Everyone knew that coming into this. Excuse me. The French are a great team. I had the pleasure of playing against them in the round robin, and yeah, it was a great experience to play against them. They're strong, they're passionate, and again, semi-finals is going to come down to who wants it more. As the French start their rumble down the pool.
And Thomas, you must be happy that Doudou is now too old to play in this team. He's not here this time.
Doudou, what a great guy, a guy from... sorry. Donc oui, Doudou, un gars, on lui passe le bonjour ici. Il aurait bien aimé être avec eux, mais il est trop vieux maintenant, donc il laisse la place aux jeunes de montrer tout leur talent. Et pour l'instant, on peut dire qu'ils sont en train de le montrer.
As we see the French there just wrestling control. The Kiwis getting the numbers in behind the puck there, looking for that fast break, but just unable to release the puck in behind at the moment as they spread it wide, Nick.
Yeah, the French are doing an excellent job at shutting down our New Zealand's defence and stagnating any sort of go-forth that they can get. Credit to the French there, as it looks like, where are we going? Oh, the Kiwis have started their attack and laying back for that player in the middle to fire it back in.
Yeah, there's numbers down there. That's a great bottom time and second effort from the forward that made that initial swim there, Nick. Staying down to help out, and they got the numbers in on the corner of the bun. There's a lot of pressure here.
Oui, beaucoup de pression. On a vu une très belle attaque néo-zélandais où ils ont attaqué ce qu'on appelle en 45, c'est-à-dire ils passent devant le but et ils repassent le palais à l'autre joueur pour réattaquer pareil. Ils n'ont pas réussi à le faire et une erreur, comme les Français, I will say it's a French mistake. You attack and you make a fault, so don't copy us, do your own game. Donc ils font l'erreur des Français, ils attaquent et ils mettent une faute. C'est pas bon pour eux, c'est pas bon.
Yeah, so the crisp hugging gesture of Vero there, the French-Canadian ref signalling an advantage puck for the French, with one of the Kiwi players obstructing with obsessive hugging. That could be bad too, but excessive hugging in this instance. Now, Nick, obviously you've been one of the highest goal scorers for your team. They've done a fantastic job of putting a lot of goals in this tournament. 80 goals for the tournament. A little insight into why you're out today, mate?
Not sure, really. I mean, yeah.
Maybe they save you for the final.
Maybe, yeah, here's hoping. No, I mean, Matt Hart had his reasons. He's a great coach, and he knows that whatever 10, and I'm confident whatever 10 are in the pool are going to get the job done. Obviously, it's no fun being out of the pool. I'm here when I'd rather be in there with my brothers helping out, but at the end of the day, 100% faith that Matt and the team have made the right call.
Tout à fait, on part à 12 à un championnat et effectivement il y a toujours un joueur qui joue pas et quand ce joueur est dehors, il fait le match avec les autres, il est en apnée au même moment que les autres et c'est très dur pour lui. Là je suis avec lui, je vois sa tête, il vit le match comme nous et comme les joueurs.
Well, it means we get the pleasure of your company in here, Nick, so it's absolutely worth it, and it's great to hear the camaraderie amongst your team there, and the faith that anyone can get it done. It's great to be in that position as we see the game back underway here with New Zealand, the puck up in the French defensive half as the French clear it to the wall. The Kiwis desperately trying to get some possession of that one there as that French player choosing a little bit of a cheeky hand there to pull himself along the wall, Thomas.
Oui, j'ai vu ça, mais est-ce autorisé? Non, ce n'est pas autorisé, mais qui va dehors? Ah, je crois que c'est un néo-zélandais qui signale à l'arbitre. Ah non,
Yeah.
Oui, c'est un néo-zélandais qui veut signaler à l'arbitre quelque chose, mais ne n'oublions pas, nous ne devons pas parler à l'arbitre. Voilà le résultat, en prison.
And that is a 1 minute sim bin for Joel Samuels.
Yeah, a little bit of a conversation with Vero there. She's let me down a little bit with that one where the signal on the surface, not as crisp as I would like it. She's gone for a little bit ad-lib. She's gone outside of the refereeing book for that one and has called a stick infringement with this weird kind of fisting gesture. And I'd much rather see there she goes, back to her crisp technical style with that proper gloving infringement, Nick.
And Tomo, what do you think the French are looking to do as now they have 6 players and the New Zealanders have 5? What do you think they can do to capitalise on their numbers advantage?
C'est une très bonne question. That's a very good point. I will say it in French, so you will don't know. Donc effectivement, quand on est à 6, que doit-on faire? Première chose, on ne doit jamais faire d'erreur. On ne doit pas prendre de prison et pas se mettre en difficulté. Deuxième chose, on doit faire courir les gens et ne pas chercher à mettre le but tout de suite. Évidemment, ça c'est des banalités, mais le faire c'est très dur. Et on le voit aujourd'hui, bien que les Néo-Zélandais soient 5, ils sont en train de pousser les Français. Encore une fois, quand vous arrivez à 5, vous voulez montrer aux autres que vous êtes plus fort. Et c'est ce qu'ils font, ce que les Néo-Zélandais font maintenant.
If it's anything like the tactics that Tom used to use, Nick, it will be hit the puck very hard and then complain a lot. So that's how they get it done. And you've got Lee Chamberlain coming to your support there, telling me to lay off with what a question as I went hunting for some controversy here in the commentary box. But I've managed to get enough words in there to keep Toma from a response, Nick, as the Kiwi boys have got the French under pressure up in attack here.
Yeah, looking good with 5. I believe the 6th man has now entered the pool, so we're back to 6-on-6 with the pressure from New Zealand. Let's see what they do with it, and a ref call has interrupted that with a gloving and stick infringement against New Zealand.
Okay, to answer to you, to my to the first question you asked me, I will say when the French they play 5 against the other, they wait the number 6 to go in so we can start the game again because we've got manners, Nick.
Oh yes. I've been on the end of your manners many times. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
As we get back underway here with the French opting to take that one straight to the wall, which the Kiwis didn't seem to be that surprised about as they reach in there trying to pluck that one out from the looks of it. As it turns into a bit of argy-bargy, pushy. I'm not quite sure where the referee's going. We got holding onto the wall referee Parra, who just commentated that last cracking game in here, giving us the Spanish influence. The soft barrier. Oh, ref's time out. No, it's going back the other way against the French. The soft barrier, I think, is great to stop the players from any injury or scratching, but it does make you kind of just a little bit more likely to get that cheeky grab on it there, Tom.
Donc tout à fait, la barrière est donc de très bonne qualité, elle évite aux joueurs de se blesser, donc c'est quelque chose de très important. Maintenant, il ne faut pas que le joueur l'attrape pour se propulser. Nous le savons bien, j'ai l'impression que ça fait déjà la 2e ou 3e fois que les Français sont pénalisés pour ça. Il va falloir qu'ils arrêtent très vite.
Liam Watson telling you're very polite there, Tom. So he's got your back, mate, as the game gets back underway here, and the Kiwis really putting the French boys under a lot of pressure here, Nick.
Yeah, looking to get that momentum. Obviously, they're a goal down, so they need to be thinking, how do we get back to this game? What do we need to do? And looks like it swings back across the pool. Both teams swimming very hard, as you can see. The going swaps from the French side of the pool, running to the court to the other in about seconds.
Oh, as Nick's speaking into an off microphone, as the play is caught on the far side there, and late in the day now, as we've got a signal from the referee in the corner, that's a very sloppy hand wave. That is not Vero, I can tell you that. It's the flowing locks of Robbie Fabio Kilpatrick. The loose fingers on that, that's not in the rule book. That's not how you signal an infringement there, Thomas.
Tout à fait, mon cher Nick. On voit bien que l'arbitre n'était pas d'un très bon niveau. Je plaisante bien sûr, Kilpatrick est un des meilleurs arbitres du monde. D'ailleurs, maintenant nous sommes dans les finales et les meilleurs arbitres du monde sont dans l'eau.
We got Sally Steer, I'm going to assume is either the mother or sister or grandmother or some kind of relation to Gabby Steer, the goal machine from one of the Kiwi ladies teams there, Nick.
Unfortunately, I don't know, sorry.
That's controversial. Come on, mate, you guys are meant to be a big hockey family in NZ, as the puck is bottled up on that far side over there, with both teams neither able to wrestle control here, Thomas.
Donc tout à fait, là le contrôle, je dirais la maîtrise semble être aux Néo-Zélandais qui gardent le palais dans le coin, à moins que ce soit les Français qui ont décidé d'aller écraser le palais dans le coin pour le ressortir. Nous ne pouvons pas trop voir, là c'est un peu loin pour nous. Quoi qu'il en soit, ça pousse très fort et...
We've got advantage being played on the surface and now call being made. Vero playing advantage. Obstruction, so she was playing advantage for obstruction by NZ against the French. And she's signalling a goal here. We had some complaints from the Kiwis about a gloving, but nothing called by the refs, and that's 2-0, the French going ahead here. Probably against the flow of the play from the round-robin games, Thomas.
That's always the problem when you won against a team and you play them in the semi-final. 5-0, you think you're going to beat them. But until you even get 7-0, you can always come back. I always say that to my kids.
7-0. 7-0 is the magic.
7-0 after
number.
You can never come back, except for some really very good team. Donc ce que j'ai dit, c'est tant qu'on n'a pas pris 7-0 au round robin, on peut toujours revenir. Les Français ont pris 5-1, je crois. Donc 5-1, tout est faisable et ils le montrent aujourd'hui. Ils sont à 2-0, on est à 1 minute de la fin.
So we're just checking on the condition here of the French number 4, which is Nicolas
Grandamas, à qui on passe le bonjour à toute sa famille, car ils sont une famille de hockeyeurs. Ils doivent être au moins, je crois, 3 garçons qui ont joué plus ou moins en équipe de France. Et là aujourd'hui, il est en phase de remplir certainement un grand plaisir pour toute sa famille d'aller en finale. 2-0, c'est un très bon score. Nous espérons que ça va continuer.
Yeah, so we've got a ref's timeout here, and it's going for an equal puck. They're saying that it's gone towards the number 4. It's bounced off something and come up and hit him. It hasn't been a dangerous flick. It's always an interesting one with that, where sometimes even throwing the puck in that direction could sometimes be considered a dangerous thing. So it's always an interesting interpretation up to the referees, but we trust their judgment because they can see the game better than us at home, even though we all like to call it from the couch. So we've got an equal puck there, neither team taking control, and the puck swinging across to that far wall, which seems to be home for everyone at the Nick. They're all loving it over there. There must be a couch, a fireplace, maybe a tent set up.
Yeah, everyone's loving that wall game. With 20 seconds to go, we have another ref call, and it is gloving against the French with 10 seconds left to play.
Okay.
He just needs to speak a little louder. He's just he's soft, he's quiet, he's nervous. You know, his team's out there. It's a tough position to be in when you're sitting here watching. As we see the clock ticking over for half-time there in the second semi-final in under-23 men's division. Winner of this game going through to a grand final game tomorrow against Turkey. Thomas, it has been a massive day of hockey here in Hobart. You arrived yesterday. You had quite a late night with the referees last night.
Yeah, we had lots of talking to do, and je le sais en français. Donc on a beaucoup discuté avec tout le monde. On a fait des réunions, des bonnes réunions qui ont fini tard. On a fini, je crois, 22 h la réunion. Donc on n'est pas là non plus pour s'amuser. Après, effectivement, on est allé manger un morceau et boire de bière. Et après, nous sommes rentrés sagement à l'hôtel pour une grosse journée de hockey, comme on le dit. Mais revenons au match, les Français sont à 2-0 pour le match. 2-0, c'est un très bon score à la mi-temps. Les Néo-Zélandais sont dans une position très difficile. Ils n'ont pas encore trouvé de solution pour pouvoir battre la machine française de rouleau compresseur. Comme on dit, le rouleau compresseur français est en marche. Allons voir s'il va aller jusqu'au bout.
Yeah, look, it is a great position they're in here, up by 2 goals at half-time in this match. Last night, obviously, as well, Thomas, we had the federations meeting and got all the federations together and had a bit of a talk about developing junior hockey, and one of the points we chatted about there was where this next competition would be, and so I understand we're moving to Sheffield next year for the tournament.
Tout à fait, donc le prochain championnat du monde, celui-là n'est pas encore fini, mais le prochain sera à Sheffield, donc c'est beaucoup plus proche de nous. J'espère qu'on sera capable d'amener 4 équipes, car aujourd'hui nous manquons les féminines moins de 19 ans, et que nous serons capables d'avoir des équipes très performantes. Pour l'instant, toutes les équipes sont performantes. Nous avons déjà une équipe en finale, nous sommes en passe d'avoir une deuxième équipe en finale, mais il reste encore 15 minutes de match et ça va être très fort.
And we've got Terry in the chat dishing out some coaching advice there, Nick. Are you going to wander out and pass that on to Matt Hart?
Yeah, I think I might just retire my commentary badge and jump in the pool, relieve Matty of his job.
I thought I was bad sitting here commentating and talking up the coaching, but I don't know if coaching from the YouTube chat helps that much, but there's definitely worth supporting there, and it's definitely worth jumping on and checking out this stream. And if you've missed a few games, you can get on there and look at it. If you don't have time to check out the games, then jump on and have a look at some of the glory moments or the glory days, evening shows where we've done the wrap-up of the ladder and the stats. Nick, have you found it interesting this time to have available the player stats and check out who's getting kicked out, how the goals are being scored, and what's been going on?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a bit of a look. Not too much because I like to focus on the game a bit more, but it's been interesting to track how the teams are going. Which teams are scoring a lot against who. But just excuse me. Another shout out to Terry for before. Thanks for your support. Even though I can't do much here, it's great to see that people from New Zealand are supporting us and backing us and letting us know what we can and can't be doing.
And we see Ty Christian weighing in there, and Hydro reminding us that in 2006 the Aussie women went down 7-0 in the round robin and then came back to win, Thomas. So maybe the 7 is not the magic number.
I am talking for the boys, Nick. Okay.
Boys is very different for the boys. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. As the game gets underway here in the second half, we should focus on the task at hand here. The French, they'll be looking to maintain this lead, and the Kiwis have got a lot of work to do here in the second half, Nick.
Yeah, they do. Luckily, it's a game of 2 halves, 2 15-minute halves. Anything can happen.
Donc grosse pression, là on voit les Français sont encore en train de remettre de la pression, mais les Néo-Zélandais ont repris le palais, ils repartent à l'attaque, et encore une fois le match vient juste de commencer, mais on voit déjà des craquements dans les deux équipes qui laissent des trous pour passer. Malheureusement, si on joue sur les murs, on va pas les voir.
As we've cracked apparently 295 people viewing in here this evening, as we see a call from the referees going on, and that's definitely the crisp hand signals of the artist Vero there knocking that one down. As I try and scroll up, and it's 293. This game, the minutes combined at the moment, 79 hours worth of watching in just this game, Thomas. So a lot of people interested in the result here.
Bien sûr, donc c'est un gros match, une demi-finale, l'accès à la finale, ce qui est un peu le Graal pour tout le monde. Les Français sont en passe de le réussir, mais les Néo-Zélandais sont toujours là.
Yeah, and look, Hunter Island Press definitely trying to get themselves involved by constantly tweeting controversialness there. We all know who that is, and we're going to ignore anything that comes from that poster right there. Thank you very much. As we see Fabio with his flowing locks dishing out a warning there, and it's going to be an infringement against France and a chance for New Zealand to maybe move that puck around.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, New Zealand want to start getting some momentum in this game. They want to start, giving themselves a bit more confidence, I mean, obviously you've got to have confidence in yourself, but it's really good, when you put in those hard yards, when you make those great plays and you get rewarded with those goals.
Ok, donc peut-être un tournant du match. Les Néo-Zélandais avaient le palais. Ils auraient dû écarter le jeu pour ouvrir le jeu et créer leur attaque foudroyante. Malheureusement, ils sont allés sur le mur. Malheureusement pour eux. Heureusement pour nous, ils veulent jouer les gros bras sur le mur. Et il semble qu'à ce jeu-là, les Français soient meilleurs.
As we see the French then once again getting control of the puck. It's an interesting thing you say there, Nick, about the confidence, especially against a team like the French at the moment, where they're playing this very tight structure, hard against the wall. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of confidence to move the puck off the wall, and you really need to believe in your teammates and trust that they're going to be there for you.
Yeah, you do. And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to think about the journey. We've been training. Every team here has been training just as hard for 9 months, honing in these skills, practicing these set plays. So yeah, it's just about, everyone knows how to do it, both teams, so it's just about bringing that confidence and believing in yourself, as we have a ref's call for stick infringement.
Yeah, Vero's chasing someone. Look at that pointing. It's crisp. Everything this lady does is professional and crisp on the surface. She's got the grease in the elbow there, and she's ready just to, you notice there's no shoulder movement in those signals. It's all just beautiful from the elbow, and she's actually found number 8 there, which is Ben
Richards, for 1 minute.
Ok, on parlait d'un tournant du match, c'est exactement ce que je disais. Ils sont allés jouer sur le mur, je dirais qu'ils sont en train de perdre leur hockey. Ils n'ont pas allé jouer sur le mur. Ils doivent jouer dans l'intérieur du jeu, mais ils sont allés sur le mur. Ils ont fait une faute. Un de leurs très bons joueurs se retrouve dehors. Évidemment, il ne faut pas que les Français fassent des fautes non plus. Mais pour l'instant, c'est tenu.
I think it's probably also the way Vero frames it with her nodding that really works for me, Nick. I don't know if you enjoy that as a player, seeing that little nod as she signals those. It's almost like she's telling you, you should know better.
Yeah, to be honest, don't really. The nodding may help them, but nah, not really paying attention to that as a game. If you fouled, you fouled. If you haven't, you haven't. Maybe it's more for the spectators. We don't know. Maybe it's for you.
Well, I know you're too busy putting the goal in the bun because you put so many in this tournament as the equal second goal scorer there.
It's a team effort. Got to have the team behind you.
There's definitely some Turkish watching on here to see who they are going to be up against in tomorrow's grand final game. And at this point, Tom, 4 minutes into this second half, the Kiwis need to come up with something to put some pressure against your French boys.
Tout à fait, Nick. Donc là, c'est le deuxième match que l'on commente aujourd'hui. Et on se retrouve pareil avec 2-0. Le premier match, les Français contre l'Australie avaient 2-0. Il semble qu'aujourd'hui, les Français veulent gagner. We were talking about that this morning. When the French want to win, they can win, but it's not they win against Australia last time. It's Australia didn't want to win. And from my point of view now, New Zealand don't want to win.
That's a big call. Controversy here in the commentary box. Nick, do you have a response to that?
Oh, yeah, well, I agree with Tomo. I mean, you've really got to want it, and that's what separates when you've got two great teams, regardless of... Saying just yes.
Pearls of wisdom from Stuart Parkinson in the background here.
C'est bon les gars, donc vous voyez, les Français ont pris le contrôle du match et là je viens de prendre le contrôle des commentaires, je les ai écrasés, ils ne savent plus où ils sont, c'est bon pour nous. I just said to the guy, the French control the game under, and now on surface with my microphone I get the control of everybody, so the French are here, trust me.
Look, it's very difficult for me sitting here between a Frenchman and a Kiwi when obviously it's not a position you ever want to be in as an Australian,
sure,
but I can't cheer for either of these teams, which makes me fairly impartial as there's a big drive here coming onto the goal tray.
And let's see who can get those numbers in that
encore
corner
une fois
to defend.
Une grosse pression des Français.
Oh, this player's lurking, it's gone in the bun.
Oh no, yes, no, yes.
Okay,
it
action.
is.
Someone's claiming it. It's a big claim there from the number 2. That's Pierre Marant. Now, is he related
Pierre
to
Marant,
the number 5?
de Moiran, du club de Moiran.
Yeah, and he's related to the number 5. Is he the vice captain of the under-19 boys team who's also a Marant? Is that keeping it in the family?
I have no idea, in fact, because
come on, Thomas.
I'm the president of the world. I have no idea about the French. So this is the French. I can do the translation in French.
I'm missing
Alors,
it,
donc
you're missing it,
je
we're
m'excuse
all good,
vis-à-vis des Français. Effectivement, je connais pas bien les joueurs. J'ai cette neutralité française qui me permet de faire ça. Et effectivement, je me suis rendu compte qu'il y avait deux Florent Grandamas dans l'équipe. J'avais même pas fait attention. Donc je m'excuse pour leur famille. Ils sont en train de jouer et quoi qu'il en soit, c'est un très beau match. Donc 3-0, le tournant du match, corner of the game. It's over, guys. You can go home.
Okay, no worries. So Luke has signalled a timeout for his French boys there, a chance to take stock. They could be leading because of that fantastic beard sported by number 9 there, Maxime Paiser. That is beard of the tournament from the players' perspective. Nick, the boys have got a lot of work to do here in the second half of this second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting test for them. Obviously, I backed them 100% to do it, as I get some looks from everyone. But yeah, it's going to be a hard-fought victory for them, and I'm sure the French are going to come back firing just as hard. So we'll see which team gets the better of it, and who, like Tomo said, who wants it more.
Yeah, look, given the attack you've got in this Kiwi side, they are by no means out of this game. We've shown that when they get a roll on and they put one in, then they can put 1, 2, 3 in very, very quickly as those fast forwards feed off each other in those games. Sadly, my telephone is ringing, but someone will kill that for me. Just turn it off, that's fine. As the Kiwis recycle that back towards the centre of the pool there, but unable to really put any consistent possession together here, as with great drive through.
Great dummy there from Nick Healy, swimming up the pool as he goes,
Tournant du match, they're coming back.
What a lovely goal there.
Yeah, so that's the leading tournament goal scorer there in the under-23 men's division, Nick Healy, the number 12, the big rig from New Zealand, putting that one in. Also a member of their World's Elite team that went away and played so impressively in South Africa, but unfortunately couldn't come away with that one as Stuart and I came away with that one. So I'm just going to put a little claim in for that, because I was told every time I got the mic I had to mention that. But that's a fantastic swim, as we see on the replay there, as Coach David Lambert reminds me that he was there also. As we clack 308 viewers in this stream here, Nick, can the Kiwis build some momentum from that great swim?
100%. I completely believe in them, as much to Tomo's despise. But, you know, I'm just looking forward to watching some more great hockey. Obviously believe in the boys and know they can come back from this. As we see it being locked down on the wall.
Ok, donc il y a 5 minutes on parlait du tournant du match, que les Néo-Zélandais étaient finis, mais ils viennent de montrer par une extrême grande nage qu'ils sont capables de revenir. Est-ce qu'ils vont être capables de refaire ça une nouvelle fois, de remettre beaucoup de pression? Il reste 8 minutes, attention aux fautes.
Now, Tom, are you worried now? You called this game a few minutes ago, you said it was over, and I think
it was over and I don't know what is happening.
Nick Healy obviously being one of the very skillful NZ players who's come through that junior program so well and picked out so early. And this is his third under-23s, is it, or second?
Third under-23s, yep. So he played 2013, 2015 under-23s, then played Stellenbosch Elite Worlds 2016, and now is back in 2017 and can still play again in 2019.
And the beauty I love about Nick Healy putting that goal in there, Nick Houston, is that not only can he take the credit for every Nick call that's going on in the chat, but we can also both sit here going, you know what, actually they're talking about me, or actually they're talking about you. So yeah. I think it's just love for all the Nicks at this stage, as the Kiwis really trying to build off that momentum from Nick Healy's swim.
Yeah, as you can see from my goal tally, love taking praise for stuff that's potentially not mine, but that's fine, you know. As the French come down with a strong drive. Let's see how the Kiwis capitalise. Right by their sub-bench, I believe. So let's get some fresh players in from both teams and see where that takes us.
Yeah, NZ players swimming strong there. Looked like two French players hanging off either side of his arm there, Thomas.
Yeah, as usual, the French are making... sorry. Non, donc là, ils se fichent de moi. Ils disent que les Français s'accrochent sur les Néo-Zélandais. We don't scratch so much because we scored 3 goals, Nick, remember? Donc,
we see the Kiwis, another fast move up the centre corridor here. Dangerous position for the French team, as both teams trying to wrestle control, and it's the French who take it and clear it out underneath their sub-bench there, as the French player busily hacks the crap out of that Kiwi arm there, Thomas.
Oui, donc on a vu une très belle action française. Il a essayé de passer par-dessus le Néo-Zéland. C'est une action très dangereuse. Il a pratiquement réussi à la faire, même sans doute réussi. Mais le problème, c'est qu'il faut être là, et c'est une équipe. Et là, il semble qu'il manque des gens au fond de l'eau.
As advantage was played for that one, but sadly the Kiwis not able to capitalise on it. And it's locked up in a dangerous position here for both teams, where you can get the fresh guys in on that breakaway, or New Zealand could look to nip back in under the subs, Nick.
Yeah, we were talking about that in a previous game. You know, it's always good being able to get fresh players in, but if you lose that rotation and those two players decide to sub at the same time, bang, someone rips it off the wall and it's going for the goal.
The even better thing about 3 Nicks is if anyone says Nick's doing anything bad, I can directly point that to someone else. So you've got Ben Nolan telling you to stop talking about yourself there, Nick. So if you could just focus on the game, mate, as the French call a timeout. And we've got just over 5 minutes remaining in this game. Thomas, still confident?
Pour l'instant, donc effectivement, hein, le match était plié. Là, le match revient. Ils sont revenus. Ils ont eu une bonne minute et demie où ils ont vraiment réattaqué. Donc là, ils continuent à me tirer le pull. C'est pas facile de commenter dans ces conditions. Donc les conditions sont très difficiles. Comme les gars au fond de l'eau, les conditions sont difficiles. Ils se sont relâchés un peu. Ils ont pris un but. C'est une demi-finale. Dès qu'on se relâche, on prend une raclée. Attention, les gars, il faut tenir, voire même repartir comme on faisait.
Bruno, I'll pull you up there. You're bagging the refs out. We need to give the refs the benefit of the doubt here. And also, that call that I did call the amazing hacking on was played advantage on. So they are doing a great job at keeping this game under control. Nick Houston, how are you seeing it unfold here in the second half?
Oh, it's unfolded. No, it's a really tense game, as you'd expect. As the game and the play restarts, with still 5 minutes to go, it's still a long game for either team.
As the French drive that one down the wall there, mate. They got good numbers on the bottom. The Kiwis will be looking to try and recycle this out of there, I'd imagine, Nick.
Yeah, absorb that pressure and do what they do best.
Which is swim the puck and put it in the bun.
Exactly. So as we now approach the Kiwi sub bench, again, we're back to the same situation. Fresh players in. When do we sub? And as that ref signals...
Yeah, that's crisp signalling. That's clearly Vero doing that. We've got 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. So I'm going to guess it's probably a flick, as the refs are going for a little chatty chat on the far side of the pool, as they often like to do. Sometimes it can get hard. Your vocal cords can get a bit tight in there as a referee if you don't get to talk much. Your mouth's in your snorkel all the time. So they like to just get together, have a little natter. You know, just check the rule book occasionally. And in this case, it's gone equal puck. And what was going to be 2 minutes is now no minutes for anybody from the looks of it, Tom.
Effectivement, si c'était un palais qui a été tiré, il a très bien pu rebondir dans la crosse du joueur adverse et il se l'est pris dans la tête. Et dans ce cas-là, il n'y a pas de faute pour le joueur qui a tiré. Mais c'était peut-être aussi autre chose, car on ne voit pas forcément tout.
Yeah, we've got some good props for the refs going on in the chat as people jump to their defence. Not surprising. Vincent Bernon there watching, one of the referees quick to defend his compatriots in team referee. We've got Para signalling obstruction against France there as he pushes the French boys back underneath the Kiwi substitution area. 3 minutes 56 left in this match. It is by no means over, ladies and gentlemen. We saw how quickly goals can come, and the Kiwis will certainly be looking to put some more in as they launch that one in behind and the French take it back to the wall there, Nick.
Yeah, and just back to your point on the referees, you know, you got to give credit to them. You got two teams obviously playing against.
Moins de 4 minutes de match. Donc là, quand on est un joueur, on sait qu'on peut gagner, mais il ne faut absolument rien lâcher, repartir à l'attaque. C'est ce que les Français font. Pour l'instant, ils mettent la pression au nez aux Andes. C'est la seule façon de gagner, sans faire de faute, bien sûr.
It's becoming heated in the commentary box here, and I just like the stalls up the back there to calm down. Poor Nick Houston is copping a grilling in here as the boys won't leave him alone in what is a tense situation as he's watching his team desperately fight their way into the grand final from a 3-1 behind at the moment. Helping him out is that a French player is being thrown out. That'll hopefully help and appease all the one-eyed Kiwi supporters who have been whinging about the referees in there.
Exactly.
My apologies to the good supporters who are doing the right thing and letting the game get underway as the Kiwi drive just repelled by the French there. They were looking dangerous, and we got another signal from the surface.
Donc on en parlait il y a 5 minutes, ne pas faire de faute quand il reste moins de 4 minutes. Là on en est à 3 minutes, on a déjà une faute, on a un Français dehors, on est 5. I think the Kiwi are about to score goals. That's very dangerous for us.
Definitely getting on top here. The flowing locks of Fabio Kilpatrick there pulling that one up. Nick, good position for the Kiwi boys.
Yeah, let's see what they can do with it as they push it into goal. Beautifully repelled again by France, stopping that run down the middle and looking to lock it up. But there you go, VC Hamish Arthur, number 2 there you can see, coming back and back tackling, helping out the boys.
Yeah, good numbers down, and the Kiwis find some space to spread it wide here, Nick, and it's a good, strong swim in open space, and he's got numbers and support, but it's just forced across to the wall as they recycle the corridor, and dangerous position here for France, Tom.
Definitely, donc une très très dangereuse position. On a vu, ils ont fait bouger le palais dans tous les sens. Ils passent et ils repassent devant le but français. Mais les Français ont réussi à écarter le danger. Ils sont de nouveau 6 et ils remettent la pression.
It's a long swim. They're chasing. It's a big chase.
Oh, that's a good one.
It looks like he's flipped it over in there. We'll wait for a call from the surface.
So now I can say end of the game, boys.
It's French number 9,
Game's
Maxime
not
Paiser.
over till it's over.
Je crois qu'il était dehors, Maxime, et qu'il vient de rentrer pour mettre le but. He was outside for the penalty box, no?
Yes, he was.
yeah.
So
So
he's
you
come
see-
in off a fresh couple of minute break.
Voilà.
Classic French tactic there,
Ouais,
getting
oui.
thrown out to hopefully come in as. Unfortunately, we've played the replay of the Nick Healy goal again just because it was so fantastic here. As a bit of showboating going on here from the French team. A little bit early in the game for my liking, that being having as.
I can say only the great team they're able to do that. Put someone in the bin for refresh the guy and put it into score. That's tactic.
Yeah,
Very
it was a
tactic.
fantastic goal by
Yes.
Maxime Paiser, the
Yeah.
number 9 there. Clearly, the only reason he managed such a fantastic breakaway is his incredibly massive face raccoon that he's sporting there. The beard power just pushing him over the line. As sadly, Nick is 4-1 at this stage. It's going to be too big a deficit for the Kiwi boys to pull back. And it's going to be a Turkey-France battle of the Titans in the pool, Thomas.
Oui, donc ce match est fini. 4-1, on sait qu'on peut plus revenir. On continue à jouer, à garder la pression jusqu'à la fin pour continuer à se mettre dans le match. Et on est déjà sur la finale, on voit déjà la finale. Et la finale donc contre la Turquie, on sait que ça va être un très gros match. Les Turcs sont champions du monde en titre. Les Français ont été champions du monde il y a quelques années. Ils veulent revenir encore une fois. Nous avons maintenant 2 équipes en finale. Belle journée pour la France.
20 seconds to go here. Nick, thanks for joining us in the commentary booth. I imagine for you it's probably a good time to go out and spend some time with your teammates, mate. If you want to hop out, we certainly there's absolutely no judgment from us. We've all been in this position before, mate. So commiserations, but the boys put up a valiant attempt there.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, look, at the end of the day, the better team won. Well, they've come out with the victory, and 4-1, they're moving on to the finals. And again, I'm out of the pool. There's nothing I could sit here and be like, yeah, no, da-da-da-da-da.
Now you can sit here and cry.
I could, exactly. I could sit here and cry, but at the end of the day, nothing I can do
Five
to
seconds left to go
change.
as we count down the last of this game here. And it's going to be a France victory. Thomas' boys are getting up there in what was an incredibly hard-fought game, and you can see the passion and the emotion in the pool there from both sides. With no game coming up after this, I'm going to hop out on the pool deck and see if we can grab an interview with someone. Commiserations to New Zealand. Congratulations to France, and we will talk to you live from the pool deck.
Ok, donc à bientôt. Donc la victoire française, nous en sommes donc à 2 victoires, 2 équipes en finale, du jamais vu pour les Français. Et maintenant nous allons interroger, je suppose, le capitaine.
And stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, because following the last game here finishing up, we will be jumping back to the Glory Days couch, and we will be taking apart the games from today and having a look, as once again I find myself with jelly babies stuck in my mouth. We'll be having a look at breaking down the grand finals for tomorrow and having some big predictions from some big personalities on the couch. So we look forward to seeing you then. And joining me is the Kiwi number 8, Ben Richards. Ben, tough game.
Yeah, definitely. France played a spectacular game, really clinical, and just shut our swims down. So it was really heartbreaking for us, but a great game by France.
Yeah, they really shut that game down there for you. Nick Healy managing to get out for one amazing swim. We all thought that might have been what it took to spark you guys up, as we've seen you feed off each other so well in this tournament to put those goals in, but just not quite able to convert a couple more at the end there.
Yeah, definitely. Healy played exceptionally, and just, it was so tough in those. We got in their goal bin, but they just couldn't finish it. So just a few numbers, maybe not being down, or just the French just wanting a bit more than us, which is just, was really sad. But we're happy we played the French, and they played a really good game.
Yeah, no, look, it was certainly a tight battle in there, mate, and you had a lot of support from back home, and you guys did a fantastic job in there and played your country proud. Do you have a message to all the Kiwi fans back home?
Oh yeah, thanks for the support, everyone. Sorry we couldn't do this, but we'll do you proud, eh?
And mate, you got a tip tomorrow for the France-Turkey game for us?
A tip?
A tip? Who might win that one, you think?
Oh mate, both teams are just going to play out the hearts. I think I can't say. I think it's going to be really close.
Well, best of luck tomorrow, and bronze medal game tomorrow, mate. A big one to fire up for. So we wish you the very best of luck there.
Thanks very much. Cool.
Ben there, and I'll hand over to Thomas to do a French player if he's got one. Okay, so we do have a French player coming. Thomas is bringing someone over just in an incredibly casual French manner. So you have to fill. More talking. Yeah, just keep talking.
Right now. Ok, donc nous allons maintenant interviewer le capitaine français. Donc il est en train de se diriger vers nous, il embrasse le coach des moins de 19, tout le monde est heureux, on peut le lire sur le visage des Français, on voit ils sont tous heureux, les spectateurs sont heureux. 2 équipes en finale, nous n'avons jamais eu ça pour l'instant, donc c'est énorme ce qui se passe. Le capitaine arrive vers nous, on voit qu'il est en pleine forme, il est encore en possession de ses moyens après son superbe but. Aujourd'hui il arrive, est-ce qu'il va arriver jusqu'à nous sans respirer? Oui, il est encore en pression, il arrive, il est vers nous, voilà. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, nous allons interviewer le capitaine de l'équipe de France, Maxime Piazier. Maxime, félicitations.
Merci Tom, merci Thomas. Oh, putain, c'était un gros match, on a voulu tout de suite mettre en place notre tactique, on en avait discuté. Il fallait absolument qu'on ait un carré fort pour pouvoir les enfoncer et tout. On voulait absolument pas qu'ils nagent et je pense qu'on a bien réussi notre truc étant donné qu'on a gagné. On a eu chaud un peu dans cette deuxième partie de deuxième mi-temps, mais l'essentiel est fait, la finale est là.
Alors, tout d'abord, félicitations. Hein. Donc moi, en tant qu'ex-président du monde, je suis très heureux de voir 2 équipes françaises en finale. Effectivement, vous avez fait un très gros match au début, vous leur avez mis la pression, mais la pression, ça suffit pas. Vous avez eu un relâchement en deuxième mi-temps, c'est ce que j'ai vu, vous êtes relâchés, je ne vous voyais plus, et pof, là, ils ont mis leur but incroyable. Tout de suite après, vous êtes revenus. Et donc là, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé dans votre tête quand ils ont mis le but?
Bah là, on s'est dit que surtout il fallait garder son sang-froid, il fallait pas paniquer. C'était pas une équipe de tanche en face, donc c'est normal qu'ils arrivent à nous marquer un but. On s'est dit surtout.
Maxime, on dit pas une équipe de tanche, on dit c'était des joueurs remarquables.
C'était des super joueurs, c'est une super équipe. Nous avions 6-1, donc 5-1, donc on savait de quoi ils étaient capables. On s'est dit on garde notre sang-froid surtout, on continue d'aller dans les murs, on les enferme, mais surtout on panique pas. Et bon, on a eu un peu de chance sur le dernier but parce que je sors de prison au bon moment, mais bon bah voilà.
Ce n'était pas de la chance, nous avons parlé de ça avec mes amis australiens et NZL, c'est de la tactique française. Seules les grandes équipes sont capables de sortir un joueur pour le remettre dans l'eau pour marcher, c'était magnifique.
Ouais, c'est vrai, puis bon après ouais, j'ai pas le fort comme quoi les années d'entraînement ça sert et tout, et là non, c'est un grand moment, vraiment on est super contents, je pense qu'on le mérite.
Vous l'avez mérité, c'est ce que je disais avec les Australiens et les Néo-Z. L'équipe qui le veut gagne. Et aujourd'hui, on vous a regardé dans l'eau, aussi bien les moins de 19 que les moins de 23. Vous avez montré du courage, mais vous avez montré la volonté de gagner. Et quoi qu'il arrive, maintenant c'est la finale, c'est la même chose. C'est celui qui veut qui gagne.
Bon bah voilà, merci en tout cas à tous ceux qui nous suivent, merci à toi et puis merci à nos coachs, merci à tout le monde. C'est vrai que c'est un super bon moment, c'est magique.
Merci, faites-nous encore rêver, ne vous énervez pas, l'arbitrage est très important pour toutes les équipes, continue.
Merci Thomas, merci, super. Allez, à demain.
Merci, voilà la fin de l'interview, je repasse le micro à Nick. Nick, last word for you.
That's all over, that's the end Tom, there is no more.